This is my PlayStation 5. I bought my PlayStation 5 the day it came out back in 2020, and I have not turned on my PlayStation 5 since 2024. The last time I played my PlayStation 5 was when I completed Astrobot, and since then, it's just kind of been sitting around. But to kick off 2026, obviously there's a bit of a lull with new game releases. I had some time, and I thought to myself, I wonder what's going on with my PlayStation 5. I wonder how many updates this thing needs. I wonder if it even still works. So over the past couple of days, I have updated my PlayStation 5, been checking out some of the things that I did not know that it now had in terms of features, and of course, I've been playing some games on it. So what made me decide to turn on my PlayStation 5 finally in 2026? What have I been playing, and what have I noticed about this system? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Alright, so after I updated my PlayStation 5, which, I mean, it clearly needed it since I hadn't played it since Astrobot, I was greeted to this new little menu system here, and there's lots of different things on here. The trophies, yes, I don't have any platinum trophies. I'm not a platinum trophy sort of person, but basically, you know, having the console storage and stuff on here, the how much of a charge is available on the DualSense controller, what I played last, some news and stuff like that. Like, I actually quite like this. I think this is actually kind of neat, and it's something that, you know, I enjoy looking at, I guess. Like, just having all this information kind of easily available, I think is pretty cool, and, you know, it might be a little bit intrusive for some people, but for me, like, I don't know, I actually quite like this. I'm not sure when this was actually implemented into the PlayStation 5, but I'm glad it was. I think this is a nice addition. So the main reason I decided to boot up my PlayStation 5 once again was actually because of Gran Turismo 7. The Spec 3 update just came out at the start of December, and it added some new courses, some new vehicles, some new features to it, and I wanted to check it out. Now, I have a very love-hate relationship with Gran Turismo 7. I'm still not a huge fan of the fact that the game always has to be online. Like, I understand it, but I don't necessarily like it. But I've been playing a lot of racing games lately over on the Xbox. And, you know, Forza Motorsport 7, Forza Motorsport 8, I used Forza Horizon 5 to test drive a vehicle that was very similar to one that I just picked up, a very nice Pinto. But coming back to Gran Turismo 7, like, man, it's a night and day difference, honestly. It is a night and day difference between just how the game, like, feels and how the racing is handled, and having the GT Sophie AI, which isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination or anything like that, but it's pretty good. And I've just been absolutely loving playing through this game again. I do have a steering wheel for the PlayStation 5 that I sometimes use. I'm actually just playing the game with the DualSense controller right now. But this is just such a... It's such a well-balanced racing game. And if you're a casual racer, you know, you might not quite understand why GT7 is better than something like the Forza games, but just from, like, the car physics, the car models, the actual driving and stuff, if you're actually like a driving enthusiast, like, you can really feel the difference. And it's definitely very night and day. I do not think Forza is really, as far as the realistic stuff is concerned, I just don't think it is within the realm of Gran Turismo 7. Like, the Horizon is great. Don't get me wrong. I love playing Horizon. I think it's super fun. But this is just a whole nother level. There is a new paid DLC. Get out of my way, dog. There is a new paid DLC that has come out for this. I haven't checked it out yet. It's like $30, but there are some vehicles that are locked behind it, but it's like a weird branching path sort of racing thing where you have to do things under certain parameters and stuff. But, like, this game is just, it's so gorgeous. Like, it's so gorgeous. I'm not going to sit here and do a full race for you guys or anything like that. But just, like, looking at the replay and the way that the light shines off of the vehicles, everything about it is just top notch. I will say, when using the DualSense controller, my hands sweat terribly. And like, I'm kind of a sweaty, clammy guy to begin with, so it's kind of whatever. But I don't get this way when I'm playing my Nintendo Switch 2. I don't get this way when I'm playing my Xbox Series X controller. But with this controller, my hands sweat immensely. Like, I literally just had to wipe my hands off on my sweatpants to keep them dry right now. And like, when I'm doing like a long race or something, it can be very annoying and stuff like that. But I've been loving this game. It's still amazing. It's a cut above all the other, Forza games over on the Xbox. But this was not the only thing that I've been playing on my PlayStation 5. I still had a membership to PlayStation Plus Premium, or whatever the hell you call it. And this is a game that I have been playing heavy. Detroit Become Human. Now, this is a game that I never played on PlayStation 4. And like I said, my PlayStation Plus Premium thing must have ended up lapsing, and I didn't cancel it before it redid it. But this game was available to me to essentially get for free and download for free. And I decided to finally check it out because I'm actually quite a fan of games of this style. I like these narrative-driven games as long as the story is something cool or something unique. Like, I don't need something like Life is Strange where it's kind of like, oh, love and, teenagers. Or I don't know. I've never played Life is Strange, but that's just the vibe I get from it. But this being very, Android AI driven stuff, obviously very very pertinent to the world that we are living in. But I have really been enjoying this game, and I think it holds up quite well. Like, especially the character models. The character models in this game still look amazing. And, obviously the gameplay, if that's what you want to call it, there's not a lot. It's not like an action game. There are some segments where, you have to do some button mashes and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a pretty mellow game, at least what I've played thus far of it. I'm only about 3 or 4 hours into the game. But just seeing all of the different branching paths that are in the game as well. Like, whenever you finish a chapter, you see a bunch of, different possibilities and different branching paths that you could have gone in. And I think that's really interesting because there are times where it's like I thought I was doing, primarily the only thing that I really could do. But no, there's other options out there. There's a multitude of other options going on. There are multiple stories happening within the game as well. Some of the environments, a little bit blurry, a little here, there, whatever the case may be. Not exactly, if you're playing like only PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series games, they might look a little blurry, especially when you're walking up to something. But for the most part, I think this game holds up very well, and I think the story is more relevant now than it probably ever has been. So a really good game and something that, I've been enjoying playing. I think my biggest thing and my biggest takeaway right now with the PS5 is I just wish that there were some games that were exclusive to it that I really wanted to play. I'm not super interested in... Why is there a dead bird here? I don't want to mess with this. I'm not interested in, Ghost of Yotei. I'm good on ninja games for a little while, especially ninja games in that style. Helldivers is kind of whatever. Soros looks okay-ish. Wolverine will be a must-play for me, but I just miss like these PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 by extension exclusives because that's why I play my PlayStation 5. I play my PlayStation 5 for the exclusive games. That is what interests me on this platform because they're usually really well done for the most part. But it just seems like this generation, there's been so many weird decisions and weird missteps, and that's why I have not played it since Astrobot. Like that's not a knock against the system. It's just it's based on my preferences as far as what games I like to play. But I have been enjoying this game. I've been enjoying Gran Turismo 7, which to me is, it's still the best racing game, as far as a realistic racing game that has a bunch of different types of racing styles that you can get. And I like what they've done with the dashboard on this. Maybe I'll start playing my PlayStation 5 more. Recommend some games in the comments section. Maybe games that are better on PlayStation 5, if they're multi-platform, or some exclusives maybe from the PS4. I mean, I played a lot of PS4 exclusives, but maybe some exclusives from the PS4 era or some PS5 games that you can think of that maybe I would like, because I don't know. I'd like to spend more time with this system. Anyways, guys, this was just a fun little video for today. I just wanted to talk about the PlayStation 5 and why I'm playing it again. Let me know how often you play your PlayStation 5. Is it your primary console? Is it a third-party system, a first-party system, or what you do with yours? Or, well, I guess if you even have one. It's time to wake up. It is time to wake up. We have things to do. We got to avoid your crazy drug addict father. Little girl, come on. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. We're going to take the bird later.